Hello and welcome to glittershinenails. Back in October I purchased 6 Kads stamping plates and I've already reviewed 2 of them, so this is the second video. And in this video I'll be swatching and reviewing Kads stamping plates Ocean 003 and Min 004, and as always you can find information on where I purchased them from in the description box below. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you have the bell notification turned on, and please also like this video. These really do help out my channel, thank you. So I have my usual stamper and scraper. I have 6 coloured nail tips which I'll be swatching onto, and I'll be taking 3 swatches from each plate. I'll be starting with Kads Ocean 003. For the first swatch I'll be using a light green nail tip along with a dark green stamping polish. Once I've picked up all of the images, I will remove any excess before stamping down. This is just a way I like to work. This plant is going to be great for adding extra detail like fish and shells for a sea mani. Now I don't often put these 2 greens together, but they do work really well. For the next swatch I'll be using a yellow nail tip along with a burgundy stamping polish. Now once this image has been swatched, you'll see that there is a slight colour difference. It's lighter at the bottom than it is at the top. I had this quite a bit on this plate, to be fair. It just comes down to scraping and making sure there's a good amount of polish, but it's still a really nice image to have, and you could even colour it in. For the next swatch I'll be using a white nail tip along with a dark grey stamping polish. This lobster image is quite large. Now I don't know how shrinking these types of images with all these dots would work, to be fair. It's definitely something I'm interested in having a play around with, but he's a really cool design though. Love all the extra little detail in him. Okay, so before I start swatching this next plate, I do want to show you this plate and its faulty images. I didn't see this when they arrived, otherwise I would have said something to the seller on AliExpress. But the 4 mermaid images are incomplete, and I've taken the still picture from the AliExpress seller to show what they should have looked like. For me, this is a big disappointment. This should never have got past quality control. I have tried to make the plate work as best I can though. For the first swatch from Kads Min 004, I'll be using a teal green nail tip along with a white stamping polish. I'm glad that I've got at least one of the cartoony looking mermaids that I can use. I do like that there is space to add colour to really bring it to life. I did get this plate to go with the stamping plates that were featured in my last video, and I really like this image. It's a really pretty design. For the next swatch I'll be using a light blue nail tip along with a dark blue stamping polish. Now these images at the top are tiny. If you have small nails you should be fine, but you'll be able to add extra bits or even stamp it again below it. But lining up the images isn't something I tend to do a lot of. I do know that people do it. I do really like this design. I would even go as to pick out some of the shells to use on their own. I think that would look really cool as well. For the next swatch I'll be using a white nail tip along with 2 stamping polishes, a green and a blue. For this swatch I'll be creating a nail. I'll use first the green on one of the plants along the bottom of the plate. I always like to add the greenery first, and then I know what is left so that I can add little fishes above the plants, and there's still room to add other bits as well, but it's a great looking nail. And then here they are all together, so let's move on to the photo swatches and mani that I've created from these Kads stamping plates. Kads Ocean 003 is full of stunning images made out of these tiny little dots, for which there is 22 images. There's a nice mix of plants, sea creatures and shells. This is the second plate I've had from Kads, which is made up of these tiny little dots, and I personally really like them. There's something very different. Now, as I said in the video, I have to be careful with the amount of polish I use and the scraping, and I think that this is down to the dots, as I had it a little bit on the other dotty image stamping plate as well, so it's just something that I have to remember about. Now, Kads Ocean 003 is the only plate I've made a mani for this video. For the mani, I've used a smaller stamper. I wanted to see if it was any better using the smaller stamper, and for me personally, I couldn't really see a difference to using my usual large stamper. But I thought it was worth a try, and this is one thing that is well known in the stamping world, is trying lots of different things to make things work. I'm not sure if Ocean 003 will work alongside the other sea inspired plates from my last video and Kads Min 004. Again, this is something when I have a bit more time that I want to have a play around with. But Ocean 003 is such an unusual style of plate, it really makes for an unusual mani. So for this mani, I've used a teal green gel polish and a dark shimmery green stamping polish. I love this colour combination. So with this design, I was trying to create another underwater theme mani. I was going to add some glitter, but when I tried this out, you couldn't see the dots, so I just had to use them on a much plainer background, which I was actually quite disappointed about, as I feel that this mani has lost its wow factor. But it still shows how these images would look in a mani. Kads Min 004 has 22 images, but 3 of them I just couldn't use. The large mermaid that is faulty, I tried to swatch it so you could see what it sort of looked like. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure how much use I will get out of Min 004. I can really see it becoming one of those plates that I've purchased and it will sit in my drawer and not be used, which is a big shame. But we shall see within time whether I do use it a bit more. All of the other images did pick up relatively good. Now, I do really like all of the small images on the bottom, like the full coloured mermaid and the treasure chests and the plants. I really don't think I've had treasure chests on a stamping plate before. I do want to say that I looked on the Kads seller page where I purchased this plate from, and the pictures that can be added with the reviews. I had a good look and I couldn't see anything wrong with other people's plates that they'd put up. So I think that mine might just be a one of a kind. I'm hoping that's the case, as I know that mermaid plates are super popular. All of my swatches will be over on my Instagram page in the next few days, along with the mani and what products I've used. There is a link in the description box below. If you do come over and see my posts and you like them, please give them a like as well. I would be really grateful. Thank you for viewing my swatch review on these Kads stamping plates. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment below. I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at glittershinenails. So until next time, happy stamping and bye.